oil. From the primeval depths of the ocean bed to the needs of 20th century man. An obligation to the future, but also a duty in the present, the legacy of which we are all of us custodians for generations yet to come. The legacy of nature, of land, of unspoiled coastlines, of community. Neither effort nor expense has been or will be spared to safeguard the ancient heritage of this proud land. Progress and responsibility, the twin pillars upon which this great enterprise is founded, the dual aims to which both government and the companies involved are solemnly committed, and to which we are proud to add the name of Triumph Oil.
Continue with this meeting. Mr. Gallacher, I believe you're wanting to continue with your argument.
Indeed I am, Mr. Chairman. That film that we've just seen was sent to me at my own request. And free of charge, I might add. From the Public Relations Department of Triumph Oil. Free of charge. And well it might be, for I'm no man, nor is there any here who'd pay out good money to be handed a fistful of glamorously packaged lies. You can say that, yeah. When the truth's outside there for anyone to see. Right. Indeed, impossible to escape from day or night. What kind of people do they think we are? Lights, please. Julie? Julie?
Why now, of all people?
Were you expecting somebody?
Only my husband, but he's never on time. You'll do fine.
I'm going to tell you something really funny. I was just on my way to see my wife. But I think I'll stick around.
And if you see my husband, tell him dinner's in about an hour. You smell of oil.
I'll take a shower.
Darling, happy birthday.
The legacy of which we are the custodians, huh? The legacy of nature, of land, of unspoilt coastlines, and of community. Neither effort nor expense has been or will be spared. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, what sort of people do they think we are? When we listen to those words and look at this, and when we remember this, and this, and this, how much more do they imagine we are prepared to take? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our thanks to Mr. Gallacher for that characteristically graphic presentation of his argument. We have with us this evening on behalf of Triumph Oil both their public relations officer, Miss Elaine Smythe, also their operations manager, North Sea, Mr. James Fraser. Adopting the principle that there's very little point in talking to the stable boy when you have the horse's mouth available, I now call on Mr. Fraser to reply to some of the points that have been made this evening. Mr. Fraser.
Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of Muirport,
Is that better?
Better.
Sexy.
Well,
What's that?
oh, don't you always get presents on your birthday? A drink.
Please.
A drink.
Can I open it now?
Uh-huh. Thank heavens you didn't get pulled in on that meeting this evening. Sounded very heavy. Well?
That's really something. Julie, it's fantastic.
Put up a good show, Mr. Fraser. At least they heard you out. More than some of them wanted to at first.
I believe I have you to thank for that.
No, not true. People round here would no more listen to their Member of Parliament than they would anybody else if they don't like what he's saying.
Well, they seem to like what you were saying, all right.
Well, I've been saying it a long time, both here and in the House. It was sheer stupidity closing down that rail link to Muirport. If we had it now, it'd take the weight right off the roads and leave everybody happier.
Triumph Oil included.
I have a question down for the Minister next week, and I think I can count on a good deal of support, so we shall see what we shall see. Angus, I've just been telling Mr. Fraser here. He survived that drubbing you set out to give him pretty well.
Oh, I did. But there's plenty more where that came from. And now, business aside, can I invite you both up for a drink?
No, thanks. I've got a stack of work waiting for me at home. Another time, gladly. Good night, you all.
Right.
Well, Mr. Gallacher, it looks like just you and me. I'm beginning to believe there really is some truth in that rumour that you do live in this office.
I've heard the same of you. I like a man who's wedded to his work. It makes him more accessible to reason. Let's throw your coat anyway, but don't upset my filing system. No, you can deal with a man who's got no ulterior motive beyond the job he's got to do.
Did I hear you right? Did you say deal?
Well, sooner or later, you and I are going to have to make up our minds which side of the fence we're on. Same one or different.
Well, I rather got the impression that you'd already made your mind up about that some time ago.
I'm no bigot, Fraser. Not a fool neither, much as some of your people would like to believe it. No, I'm simply a man with priorities, and this community comes at the top of them. And I'm fully well aware that what we'll get out of all this will be what we take, not what we're given. But we'll drive a hard bargain, Fraser, though we'd like to think a fair one.
Oh, really?
Just you reflect on this. If I want to play dirty, all I need to do is to print a story about that man of yours, Frank Ward, and the little Venezuela episode of his.
I thought I was the only man around here who knew he was involved in that.
Always had a good memory for names.
Yeah, well, what happened in Venezuela is nothing to do with the job here.
Nothing at all, no. Except that he was in charge of an offshore rig, and he did make a bad decision that flooded 200 miles of coastline with crude oil. You know that's the truth, and so do I. We're the only people in Muirport who do. Apart from Ward himself, and I dare say he'll be content to maintain a modest silence on the subject.
The question is, are you?
Well, not again. That's what he said, casing again at 2,000 feet. That's a complete waste of time, eh? What the devil does he think he's playing at? I'm beginning to think my granny knows more about this job than he does. I'm only telling you what he told me. Aye, I know. Where is he now? In the office. Warming his hands around a nice cup of tea, no doubt. Right, you carry on here. I'll attend to this.
Can I have a word with you?
Fire away.
This business of casing the well.
Yeah, it's about time you got on with it, isn't it?
Well, I think it's unnecessary. It's being overcautious.
I'll decide what precautions are taken on this rig, all right? If I decide that we're going to case every inch of this well right down to the bottom, that's exactly what we'll do, all right? Is that clear?
But look, we're drilling through rock. There's no danger of a cave-in.
It's porous rock.
Well, so what? We're nowhere near oil yet. We could case later.
No. We case now. If we hit gas, we risk fracturing the entire subterranean structure. Right? And all the wellhead blowout preventers in the North Sea wouldn't control that.
All right. But if you'll permit me to say one thing. In my opinion and my experience, for some reason you're grossly overestimating the danger.
McGraw, you can say anything you want. But start running the casing.
Sir Norman? Your cup.
Oh, Charles, how kind.
Another biscuit, perhaps.
Do you know, I think I might.
I do understand the problem. I most certainly do.
I'm afraid this fellow Calvert got rather the better of my master in the house. To be candid, I'm not at all sure that my master's really... Well, one has to do the best with what one is given, I suppose.
Indeed one does.
But you do see, there simply can be no question.
Quite.
Prohibitive. And cost apart, if we did reopen the line to Muirport, how many more would there be after that?
Absolutely.
So that's all I can suggest. That you get hold of these people, Atkins from Triumph Oil and, what's his name, from President, and, well, not to put too fine a point on it, my dear Charles, frighten them out of their socks.
Well, Mr. Cameron, thank you for giving me your time.
Now, you're not leaving with ill will, are you, Shona? Oh, I may call you Shona, mayn't I, Miss Campbell?
No, and if you insist, in that order.
Before you go, there is something else I'd like to ask you.
I'm afraid I'm in rather a hurry.
Oh, come on, I've answered all your questions.
Well, if those were your idea of answers...
Well, if you're going to come in here and lambast me with loaded questions, you mustn't be surprised if a few of them boomerang.
At least I don't indulge in snide innuendos about other people's private affairs.
I merely asked what the daughter of a wealthy landowner was doing.
My father is a farmer.
Oh, that's a matter of semantics. You haven't denied he owns voting shares in both Triumph and President Oil. Meanwhile, you're swanning round here with your woolly theories about armchair sociology, telling people who've got to work for a living that North Sea oil's a dirty word. 3 dirty words.
I've never said that.
Now, what are you trying to do? Qualify as the Patty Hearst of Muirport?
Good morning, Mr. Cameron.
I still haven't had a chance to ask you my question. Will you have dinner with me one night this week?
Well, how very gallant of you, Mr. Cameron. But I'm quite sure I must be otherwise engaged.
Forgive my dragging you away. I won't keep you a moment.
Not at all.
So fortunate to run into you both.
What can we do for you, Wayman?
Well, first of all, I should say that this is entirely informal and off the record.
Of course, understood.
As a matter of fact, there's a bit of a storm brewing, and I feel, for personal reasons as much as anything else, that you should both have at least some warning before the full
force of it hits you.
Would this by any chance be connected with that business in the Commons, Yellow?
Very shrewd of you, Mr. Atkins, very shrewd.
This fella Calvert's nothing but a cheap political opportunist. You always come across them, Luddites, wreckers, plain backwoodsmen.
Well, the fact remains that he has enough support to feel himself on very firm ground, and he's determined to make the most of it. Without exaggeration, I can say that he is an acute embarrassment.
You mean the government might have to reopen the railway line? Well, I'm all in favour of that. I'm sure you would agree.
Yes, but the fact is, this being a rather special case, I'm afraid I have to warn you both that the oil companies would be expected to bear most of the cost themselves.
Why do they always choose weather like this?
It's always weather like this out here. I think it'll hold.
Those spares are vital. Make sure you get them off first.
All right.
The rest can wait if it's necessary. I've got to get over to Scott's rake service. I'll see you, Bill.
Right on, Mr. Ward.
McGraw. Whatever happens, make sure those spares get off that supply boat. The weather will hold, according to Bill Gray.
They'll hold.
Beyond that, just use your own judgment.
Thanks.
Don't try anything if the wave height gets over 10 feet, right?
Look, you can't measure it like your own bathwater, you know.
What I'm telling you, McGraw, is to use your head. Do nothing stupid. Or daft, as you say up here.
Right. Now we've got rid of Captain Marvel. Let's get down to some work here. I've seen worse conditions on the Union Canal. Well, you heard what the man said, Bill. Let's get those spares.
Yeah. Oh, come in, Elaine. Have a seat. Any ideas?
Oh, we're short of putting something in their drinking water.
Somebody did suggest mass hypnotism. Or just simply packing up and going home.
My job is dealing with the press. Now, if the press won't talk to me...
Gallacher, you mean?
Oh, and the Campbell girl. They both react as if I had a bell round my neck.
Well, that's the problem. What's the solution?
Maybe the Nationals. If I could arrange a couple of features sympathetically angled.
Yeah.
You know, the men behind the battle for survival, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do I have a free hand?
Oh, I like people to get on with their job.
We could get a pretty interesting feature out of you.
Oh, no.
No, seriously. What the job entails, the personal sacrifice.
Elaine.
Look, I've got a contact on the post. He'd be up on the first plane if I could offer him the run of the place. You know, interviews, photographs, that sort of thing.
Well, offer him what you like, with one exception. And that's me.
I'd have thought by now you'd have stopped worrying about the weather up here.
Yes, it's supply boat. Now, we need the supplies. We don't need an accident. Let's drive out for lunch, yes?
Well, there's nothing here. Except birthday cake. If I'd known you were coming, I'd have warmed it up.
Yeah, okay, yeah, right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Would you like to bring that rig back with you on the end of a rope and park it in the garden?
Yeah, you know, this job is important to me, Julie. You know that. You just think back to Venezuela.
Are we ever allowed to forget it?
I'm going to stay on top of this one. What happened because I left somebody else to do it. And I can live with that one, but I can't live with two, Julie. You have to understand that.
Darling. Come on. Even oil freaks have to eat.
Right! Just the big one now, and then I'll jack in! The sea's getting up! Nah, there's no danger! Besides, Phil's the man, and he's not complaining!
Cameron. Aye. Okay.
Ward here. Okay. Hang on, honey, hang on.
McGraw!
I want you off this rig. You're through. Out. Finished. Did you hear me?
Looks like your boss has abandoned you.
Can I have a word with you?
I've got nothing to say.
I've got my own car.
It's a travesty. Cheap, vulgar travesty.
Gallacher, you may think I am a very powerful man, but I assure you that my influence does not extend to Fleet Street telling them what they shall and shall not print.
Oh, don't give me that phrase. I don't know how you people operate with your elaborate PR setups. You turn the plain truth inside out, make black white, and then expect to be applauded for the trick.
You may be interested to know that that story came as big a shock to me as it did to you.
Then I suggest you keep a closer watch on that Miss Smythe of yours.
Elaine Smythe is simply doing her job.
And a dirty job it is. She's been following that poor woman around like a vulture since it happened. She even had one of her pet photographers up at the funeral this morning. As you'd have seen for yourself if you had had the decency to be there.
You may not know that my job here covers the whole of our operation. Not one rig, but the whole blasted shoot. Now, another minor difficulty is that I cannot control when and where a problem is about to arise. You may not happen to know that I've been out half the night and all this morning at Gordon Bay trying to ensure that the next time you go snooping round there with one of your pet photographers, it looks a little more tidy than the last time you were there. Now, what would you like me to do from encore? Swing from the chandelier singing Scotland the Brave?
Fraser, my man by Hero's widow.
Yeah, well, I admit that's not the way I'd have chosen to handle it.
How much did you get for it? In addition to your payoff?
Shall we come to an agreement, you and I? You get on with your job, and I'll get on with mine.
Aye, Fraser. I'll do just that.
Either play quietly, you two, or go in the park. It's a nice day. Go get some fresh air in your lungs. What with school holidays and you at home, it's a wonder I get any work done at all.
Suppose you want me to go and get some fresh air in my lungs, too.
Well, I'd like you to get from under my feet while I finish this room. Oh, well, they never put anything away after them.
And can you do nothing but tidy up and nag at everyone all day?
Don't take your bad temper out on me, Jack McGraw. Or the children, for that matter. It's bad enough having to move house and home without that, too. Thank you very much. And if you must smoke yourself to death with those things, I wish you'd do it somewhere the rest of us don't have to smoke them with you.
For pity's sake, woman.
If that's the mood you're in, you're best off out. The thing I'd like to understand is why.
Why what?
Why it's you that's being moved to another job. What are they trying to do? Make out you were responsible for that accident?
There's no question about that. The Court of Inquiry said no single responsibility.
Why are the company treating you like it was your fault, then?
For heaven's sake, woman, will you stick to things you understand? Leave the rest alone.
One thing I do understand, you lack the guts to stand up for yourself. You're a grown man and a skilled one, yet you're being pushed around like an office boy.
All right! Now that is enough. Okay, Peggy. I'll show you. And I'll show those guys out there, too. But you'd better be prepared for the consequences.
You told me to get on with the job.
Yeah, I did. And I'm beginning to regret it.
You won't mind if I ask why?
Well, for one thing, I think you may have started something that Angus Gallacher is going to finish. And secondly, I don't like the way you handle this woman at a time like this. My hero by the hero's will.
If I hadn't got to her first, do you think Gallagher wouldn't have?
Well, not that way.
Oh, no. In his version, Triumph Oil would have drowned the man in order to keep wages down.
He's not that kind of journalist.
Then he's a lousy journalist.
That's a very interesting remark.
Is that all? Can I go now?
Yeah, that's all.
You know something? You don't like the way I'm doing this job. Well, it's nothing to what I think of the job.
I'm sticking my neck out, Mr. Gallacher, because I believe that people have a right to know what's really going on out there. Now, I played my part in that man's death just the same as everyone else. That's something I'll have to live with.
You were told to stop unloading if conditions became too rough. Mr. McGraw, you don't deny that there is bad feeling between you and Frank Ward.
Yeah, I've got an axe to grind. I admit that freely. But look, I'm not here just trying to put the whole thing on the head of Frank Ward. The man's been given an impossible job to do. Sink an oil well in 3 months. Man, it's madness. The trouble is he's set his mind and his ego on doing it. 1 minute we're wasting time because he's being overcautious. The next he's pushing the men at such a pace that, well, risks are unavoidable. Now we've had a fatal accident. 1 man dead. How many the next time?
You realise you're risking your job if I come out in print and quote you as I shall have to.
I'm prepared to take that risk.
Well, Mr. McGraw, I'm grateful to you for coming to see me. If I need to know anything further, I'll be in touch.
You know where to confine me. Good day to you.
Oh, hello. This is the Muirport Gazette, Angus Gallacher. I'd like a word, if it's convenient, with Mr. Fraser.
Ridiculous. Now, I'm not sitting around for some editor to tell me what to do. Why don't you do me a favor and pull me out of this right now?
Come on, Frank. Calm down.
You let him talk to McGraw. Let him listen to him.
Well, we don't know for sure that it's McGraw.
Well, I'm sure.
Okay, that makes sense. Listening to people is his job. And double-checking what he hears. Now, it may not have been in my place to do this, but I told him to talk to the men on your rig. Ask around where they hang out, at pubs and so on. And if they come down on your side against McGraw, well, all right.
What if they don't?
Oh, we'll cross that one when we come to it.
Now, I warned you. I wanted to hear no word of complaint.
Didn't I talk about standing up for yourself? Not throwing your career away.
Oh, don't talk so daft, woman.
Do you think they'll ever employ a man who's turning them in the papers, especially the Gazette?
Look, Peggy, if I'm going to be transferred, which I am anyway, I'd much rather leave and join another company. But before I do leave, I want the opportunity of telling them to get knotted.
What other company?
Triumph Oil and Nelson Drilling don't have a world monopoly. Now, look, will you stick to what you know best and leave the business side to me?
Just when we'd gotten on our feet, too. You haven't forgotten you have 2 children to bring up?
No, I haven't forgotten, Peggy. But there are times when you make me wish I could.
Jack, where are you going?
Why?
Why?
So, what was all that about, eh? What would that be?
Come off it, you know.
Gallacher.
Just a talk. Private talk. Right, Tom?
That's right. A private talk.
Thanks.
So you're not using the McGraw story?
I'm not using any story that doesn't check out. I'm not in this business to throw mud at the fan to see who it hits. At least I'm not. File it. You never know. Oh, and take an early night. I've got work to do. Shona, can I tell you something? You want to be in the newspaper business. I'm glad it's so. You'll go a long way. A lot further, maybe, than I have. But if you're going to, then you'd best learn one thing and remember it. Our job is to print the truth. What we believe to be the truth, not what we'd like it to be. And the plain, unvarnished truth is that there is oil out there, and we've got to have it. But for Scotland's benefit, and not at our expense. That's my fight. To see a fair deal. But I'll only see it by fair means. I'm not being moral, I see. I'm being practical. Well, I trust we two see eye to eye on that now. Off you go.
Fraser. Mr. Gallacher, yeah. Did you call before? I've only just gone in. That's great. Gallacher, I'm going to buy you a very big drink. What do you mean, fraternizing? I drank your scotch. Oh, well, have it your own way, you stubborn old... Yes, I've no doubt I will. Bye. And thanks for letting me know.
Well, that's really something. That's really something. Yeah, listen, Jim, thanks. Thank you. We stay.
Shall I guess?
You don't like the way I'm handling things?
It doesn't take much to make you walk out in a job.
I am not walking out. Now, the job is difficult enough already. If I don't even have the person I'm working for on my side, then it's impossible. I wouldn't call that unreasonable, would you?
Suppose I apologize.
Suppose you do. What difference does that make?
Well, suppose we both take a little time and think about it. Oh, meanwhile... Yeah. This arrived from on high. Very much on high. They like the way you handled the story. I'm instructed to offer you managing director's compliments.
Hence the change of tone.
Perhaps. Anyway, I would like you to stay at the job. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, then, you better persuade me.
Dinner.
Okay, I'm famished.
No, I didn't mean tonight.
You really know how to make a woman feel irresistible, don't you?
Well, I mean... Well, look, if I don't get this lot sorted out, it'll be messed up all week. Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. Pick me up at my hotel, say, 8 o'clock. I'll take care of this, for the moment. Oh, good night.
Fraser? Oh, I'd say he's pretty tough. Bit of a loner. Don't know very much about him. Why, do you fancy him?
It's not my type. Oil man, you see.
So why all the questions?
Oh, I've plenty more about the rest of them. Yourself included.
Now, you wouldn't be hoping I'll be indiscreet enough to tell you where all the skeletons are buried.
What skeletons would those be?
The ones I'm going to tell you about.
I think we understand each other, Mr. Cameron. I'm a journalist, and you're just about the worst inside contact I've ever had.
That's right. I reckon we'll just have to make the best of it, won't we? Let's go and eat.
Don't you ever close the doors in this place?
Never to the news or to the truth, Mr. McGraw.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Old journalistic nostrum. Come on in.
I saw your light on.
Now you would, from the fisherman's across the road.
Yeah. And I saw you around, asking a lot of questions.
That's something we newspaper men are prone to.
And?
And what?
Come off it, Angus. You deliberately set out behind my back to pick holes in my story. Now, I want to hear if you found any.
What I can tell you is I'm not using it.
You calling me a liar?
Mr. McGraw, there is a substantial difference between my calling you a liar and my saying I don't find your version of conditions at that rig adequately corroborated.
You're an old windbag, Gallacher. Can't even give a straight answer to a straight question.
Do you care to ask me one?
I wouldn't waste my breath. For all your grand talk about Scotland, you'll still listen to some ego-tripping yank before one of your own countrymen.
I'll listen to anyone. And I'll print what I choose.
You're no better than one of them. I might have guessed it. A boss's man when the chips are down. Yeah, well, you can get nutted too, you blasted hypocrite. I am, you lazy pig! I'll sort this out my own way.
You know, that is a better restaurant than you got a right to find in a place like this.
Yeah.
they're not very careful, they're going to find themselves getting civilized.
It's all right, folks. It's just her way of saying she loves you.
Oh, no, I only... Frank, that's a man.
That's McGraw, the guy I told you about.
Well, what does he want?
Well, he's not bringing flowers.
Frank, no.
Honey, go inside the house. I'll speak to him.
Oh, honey, please.
Honey, go on in the house.
I do that. Your husband and I have got some unfinished business to attend to.
Can I call for the police?
No, just go into the house.
Please.
Honey, don't do
Please,
any...
Frank, no trouble.
There won't be any trouble. Go...
Please, darling.
Listen, go in the house. What's this all about, McGraw?
Like I said, we've got some unfinished business.
Look, let me tell you something. Right now, you're not in any trouble. You're going to get transferred to another rig somewhere else, and that's all. But you start anything now, it's going to be a different story.
I'm terrified.
All right, if that's the way you want it, then I'll call the police. To begin with, you're trespassing on private...
Now, just a minute.
Get out of me!
You get out of here. Get out of here.
Okay, Walter. Okay.
Get out of here. Are you okay to drive?
Aye, don't worry about me.
Are you all right?
Yes, I am. Look, I'm sorry.
I was just beginning to think life here might be bearable. At least bearable, and now this happens.
It's over with. It's finished. Look, it's finished. It's not going to happen again.
How can you say that? What sort of a job is this, Frank? You're amongst animals here. I'm going to bed.
Julie?